and the subtopic is telescope. Okay, so I will continue. Okay, this is the chapter for today. The telescope is used to provide angular magnification of distant objects, and it is given in figure. This is the figure of telescope we have to study. Okay, it is also as has it has it also has an objective and eyepiece, but there the objective has a large focal length and a much larger aperture than the eyepiece. Okay, light from a distant object enters the object and real image is formed in the tube at its second focal point. The eyepiece magnifies this image, producing a final inverted image. The magnifying power m is the ratio of the angle beta subtended at the eye by the final image of the angle alpha, which object subtends at the lens of the eye. Hence m parallel to the m similar to the beta upon alpha, and beta and similar to the h upon fe is to f0 upon h equal to f0 upon fe. Okay, so next one is in this case, and we are talking about in this figure, the length of the telescope tube is f0 plus fe. Terrestrial telescopes have, in addition, a pair of the inverting lenses to make the final image erect. Refracting telescope can be used both for terrestrial and astronomical observation. For example, consider a telescope whose objective has a focal length of 100 cm and eyepiece a focal length of 1 centimeter. The magnifying power of this telescope is m equal to 100 upon 1, that is 100. Okay, let us consider a pair of the star of the actual separation 1 minute. 1 minute of arc, the stars appear as though they are separating at angle of 100 multiply 1 minute is equal to 100 minutes, that is 1.67 degree. 1.67 degree. Okay, so next one is the main consideration with an astronomical telescope are its height, gathering power, and its resolution or resolving power. The former clearly depends on the area of the objective. With large diameters, fainter objects can be observed. The resolving power, or the ability to observe two objects distinctly, which are in very nearly the same direction, also depends on the diameter of the objective. So, the desirable aim is optical telescope is to make them with objective of large diameter. The larger lens objective in use has a diameter of 40 inch, that is 1.02 meter. It is at it is at the Yerkes Observatory in Wisconsin, USA. Okay, in Wisconsin, USA. Such big lenses tend to be very heavy and therefore difficult to make and support by their ages. Further, it is rather difficult and expensive to make much large-sized lenses which from images that are free from any kind of the chromatic aberration and distortions. Okay. For these reasons, modern telescope use a concave mirror rather than a lens for the objective. Telescope with mirror objectives are called refracting telescope. There is no chromatic aberration in a mirror. Mechanical support is much less of a problem since a mirror weighs much less than a lens of equivalent optical equality and that and can be supported over its entire back surface, not just over its rim. One obvious problem with reflecting telescope is that the objective mirror focuses light inside. Okay, inside. This is the schematic diagram of the reflecting telescope. Hi everyone. Okay, the telescope tube. One must have an every eyepiece and observer right there, obstructing some light depending on the size of the observer's case. In this is what is done in the very large 200-inch, that is 5.08 meter diameter Mount Palomar Mount Palomar telescope, which is in California. The viewer's sight near the focal point of the mirror in a small cage. Another solution of the problem is to deflect the light being focused by another mirror. One such arrangement using a convex secondary mirror to focus the incident light, which now passes through a hole in a objective primary mirror. This is shown in figure 9.26. This is the figure. Okay, we are talking. This is known as the Cassegrain telescope. After its inventor, it has the advantages of the large focal length in a short telescope. The largest telescope in India is in Kabalur, Tamil Nadu. Okay, and it is 2.34 meter diameter reflecting telescope Cassegrain. It was ground polished setup and is being used. Telescope in the world are the uh, pair of the Keck telescope in Hawaii, okay, USA, with a reflector of the 10 meter in diameter. So this is the presentation area of this chapter, and this has been done. So we will continue the next chapter in few uh, minutes. So please wait. While wait, we are selecting the chapter. Thank you for watching.